I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Why don't you set aside an hour or two? We'll have a few drinks and a cup of coffee. I don't drink.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. I'm choking on chicken.
Hey, you're watching Poindexter. That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter Lounge.
That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter. Thanks for the lights, Jay.
Churros and Call of Duty. I smell like onions and you're watching Poindexter.
That's great. I don't.
And now I'll make the point better. This joint's clever. In the lounge with Poindexter. So Poindexter Lounge, you know that we can get it in. And now I'm headed up like I'm Led Zeppelin.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. Do you like nerd stuff? Yeah? Then you'll love this. You never know what might happen or who might show up at the lounge.
I just want to thank you for being here and being my friend. It's always good to have someone you could count on. And I'm glad you're that for me.
That's great. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Got a long way to go, but there sure ain't time to get there. A short time to get there. How did that go again? I can't remember how that goes. But hey, hold on. There we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the lounge. It's so good to see you guys. Even though I can't see you, you see me. I hope it's good to see me, because it's good to see you. This is the time where we get together and we talk about all the things that we love, because that's what the Poindexter Lounge is. It's a place for boys and girls. Nerds. That's right. It's a place for nerds. It's a place where you and I can get together and talk about all the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those things that get you excited, if those are things that really, man, like just get you motivated, get you out of bed in the morning. And you're like, man, I love superhero crap, and I love Star Wars, and I love D&D, and I love, you know, whatever, man. Then you found the right place, because this is what we do here. All right. So please, if you would, hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can come back and know when we're doing the stuff that we're doing. All right. I hope that you're all doing well. How's everybody in the chat? Good to see you guys in the chat. Let me see who's here. We'll say hi. Say hello, as it were. What's up, Underhaven? What's going on? Let's see. Well, oh, hey, there's my good buddy Max. Enosh, wish I could join you, Enosh. Would you like to do a collab stream tomorrow night? Maybe. Bring it to the Max back in the Poindexter Lounge. You know what? Maybe. I got a little weird thing going on right now where there are nights of the week that I'm just not home right now, and so I don't think tomorrow might work, but it might. I'll have to get back with you on that one, buddy. But we'll talk offline for sure. What's up, Jared? Good to see you, Jared. As always, Cherie. Look at Cherie. She got here first. What's up, Cherie? Laser Luke is here. God, I missed the intro. It's good to have you. Oh, thanks, man. You know, I was wondering whether or not I should use that old intro again, because it's been a while since I've used, those intros. I used to do so many shows, man. I was literally every night, and so we would play the heck out of that thing. But sometimes it is kind of nostalgic. It's kind of cool to go back and watch those drops and those things that, we used to watch on a daily basis. But I'm glad that you liked it, man. For sure. Definitely glad that you liked it. Let's see. CJH is here. Greetings. You Do Suck is here. AI lady looks hot. I heard all AI version of Showgirls for you there, buddy. Let's see here. What else is here? Elsa's here. Good to see you, Elsa. I am. Let's see anybody else here. Richard Gilbert in the house. Hello, Enosh and my nerd family. Good to see you guys. I love the fact that you guys still refer to each other as nerd family when you come here, because that was something that was really important to me when we started Poindexter Lounge. Was I really wanted Poindexter Lounge just to be a place where we could talk about this stuff, that we felt like a nerd family that just kind of came together, And hey, thank you, Movie Watchman. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, you sir, are awesome. I appreciate the love for sure. Always appreciate the love. All right. Oh, hey, you know what? I played it, Cherie. Okay. All right. Tell you what. Give me just a second here. Just for you, Cherie. The question is, though, which one do you want? Because I've got them all, right? I mean, I got them all. Let's see. We could go with the good old-fashioned Nicotina's mom.
Nicotina's mom! Oh, yeah! Nicotina's mom!
So there's that one, Austin.
Nicotina's mom!
I was watching The Four Nerds the other night, and it was funny because somebody said something about one of my drops. Oh, we were talking about the Cloverfield drops, and Nicotina was on, and I almost posted it in there, but I was like, it's been a while since I've seen Andre. Probably don't want the first thing to be like, Nicotina's mom! Although that was pretty funny back in the day, I gotta admit. That was...
Oh, you used that drop. Very well.
I certainly did. I mean, there's other good ones too, like,
It tastes like sugar! Yum! Stripper!
Classics. The classics.
Dawson! Dawson! Ah! Why did you say that name? Scotch! Scotchy, scotch! There it goes down. Down into my belly! Kind of a big deal! That escalated quickly. I love this song! Ah! What a I want to shave my balls! John Cena!
The John
There
the
you
John
go.
Cena one's a personal favorite.
Yes, I love the Johnson. So there you go, Cherie. Just for you, hon. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of our old good friends. They're the Cloverfield monster, as they were. But
Good old
how you doing,
Clovey.
Austin? How you
Doing good,
Austin?
man. I'm doing good. I've been all over the place this morning. We, my uncle's in town, here to see my grandma and stuff, and so we stayed up. And he pulled out a bottle of whiskey last night. I don't usually drink whiskey, but 4 o'clock in the morning, and a couple whiskey and cokes, and yeah,
There you go.
it was so. I just
That'll
woke up
do
a
it,
little
man.
bit ago and made some food, getting ready for this. I'm like, so, but yeah, pretty good. No, just good. It was good reminiscing and talking last night and hanging out with him and Grandma and now I'm here.
That's awesome. So wait. Who did you drink with?
One of my uncles. He's from Texas.
Oh, I thought you said like I don't know, man. Like because I'm driving and so like I'm paying more attention to the road like I'm supposed to be. But like for a second I literally thought like did I miss something and like he was drinking whiskey with his grandma like that?
Oh well yes, Grandma was drinking too.
Well, that's hardcore, dude, right there, man.
Oh, like, Grandma was drinking too, of course. Grandma was throwing back a couple herself. Oh, she had a few shots. She had some of the lime margarita. She went a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wow, Grandma was like, "Hey, listen here.
Listen.
Hey,
it's
listen.
that Latino blood. You don't stop until you're dead."
Listen. Apparently, that's my favorite thing to say whenever I've had a little bit too much to drink. Is listen.
Listen here. Hey, listen.
Listen. Just listen. Grandma's got it all taken care of, honey. Don't you worry about a thing. And you know what, Austin? Grandma's been listening to you. You don't think Grandma listens, but you know what? Grandma's been listening to you complain about all these movies that you don't like. Grandma's getting in the car right now, and I'm driving to Warner Brothers, and I'm gonna kick some butt.
She's getting ready. You know, they actually, that's funny you mentioned, they just made a movie about a grandma that like kicks butt, like a John Wick grandma with June Squibb.
Really?
Yep. It's getting like rave reviews too.
Wow, I kind of want to see that, man.
I know, right?
Especially given the history with my grandmother and everything, you know, man. I'll tell you what, my grandma was fearless. That woman was absolutely 100% fearless. My grandma would. I love my grandma, but anytime, you know, Austin, somebody is like trying to use the line on me, like, "You're a pastor, you shouldn't do this or that," I'm like, well,
right.
learn from my grandma.
Yeah, exactly. Grandma taught me. Grandma was a pastor.
Someone's like, "How can you be mad at somebody?" Like, meaning over this last year, you know? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm forgiving. I definitely forgive, but like my grandma, I'll never forget. Like, I had a friend who got mad over something. Thought that I did something that I didn't do. He was involved in some, let's say, illegal activity back in the 90s. And I didn't know anything about it. Like, I didn't have anything to do with that. But there was another friend of ours that did know that he had been a part of a break-in at a party store. And, and my friend's dad did not want his son to get, you know, beat up or anything.
Right.
So they put out there, well, like, we think it was Enosh that may have said something, like thinking that Mark wouldn't come down to my house and like harass me. So Mark comes down to my house, right, and like picks a fight with me, and is like we get in this big fight and everything. And I was wearing a suit, Austin. I was getting ready for. I was ready for church. It was a Tuesday night. We were ready for church. I'm in a suit and dress shoes, like I'm wearing like wingtips, man. And I'm sorry, but I'm not Cody Rhodes. I wasn't ready for a fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like and all I had done was go out to my car. Like I went out to my car, and here he comes down the street. So like I pivoted, I turned around really fast to like defend myself, and I slipped in my wingtips on the gravel.
Oh.
And like he hadn't even hit me, and I fell backwards, and I hit the back of my head on the rim of my car.
Oh.
And it was an '86 Grand Am, and if any of you remember the old Pontiac rims, the metal rims that like they were like lines and stuff like that. Trust me, that was solid. So like I almost knocked myself out, slipping and falling and hitting my head on there. And so then like I went to roll over, and when I rolled over, like he took advantage of it. So he jumped on top of me, and he like slammed my head into the ground. But that was all he did, because first my friend Rusty came over, and Rusty was a big guy like me. We were both like 275, something like that. And he just picks Mark up in the air, man, like Undertaker style, man, and like
threw him for a good
slammed him on the ground, and I'll never forget, because Mark was so mad, and he got up and he was like cussing everybody out and everything, and then here comes my grandma, and my grandma kicked him from behind in the balls with her high heels on.
Oh,
and then she pulled her high heel off, and she just started like hitting him in the head and everything, and he's all like, "F you, Pastor Betty," and blah blah blah.
That's right.
And I tell you what, Grandma said something that, you know what, man, you just wonder about this stuff, right? Because like, Grandma told him, said, Mark, Enosh is a man of God, and the Bible says to not, attack, God's chosen stuff. She goes, God's gonna get you for that. And he mocked that, he laughed about it, said whatever.
Right.
I kid you not. 2 weeks later, man. 2 weeks later, dude was at my doorstep. Knocked on my door. I looked through the peek hole. I couldn't even recognize him.
What?
I answered the door, and he's like all peaceful and quiet and stuff. And he's like, Enosh, just give me a second. He says, I need to do this. He says, listen, man. He says, earlier this week, I was, he had like a 10-speed, or not a 10-speed, like a BMX bike or whatever, and
right.
And he goes, and we were late teens. We were like 16, I think I was 17 or something. So he says, I was riding my bike, and he got hit by a car.
Oh, damn.
But not only did he get hit by a car, he went flying off of the bike that he was on, and his face drug across the pavement.
Good Lord.
Because he was flipped over almost, and the momentum, his face just dragged across the pavement, like with his legs up in the air.
Right.
And his face, he didn't have facial hair, dude, but his face looked like he had a full beard because of the scabbing.
Oh.
You could not recognize him. And he said, Enosh, as I laid there on the ground, waiting for the police and the ambulance to be called, all I could hear was your grandmother's voice in my head. And he says, man, I'm here to ask you to forgive me, because I screwed up.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And you know what? Mark and I have been friends ever since. And when we first started the church, I mean, like, he came and visited several times. Like, we're still in contact. But yeah, man, like, crazy thing, right? Like, somebody close to my ex said something about, like, my grandma was like disappointed in me or something like that, like just trying to be mean. Just trying to be mean and vengeful. Like, person who's like doesn't know my grandma, whatever. And I came back at the person and I said, well, mother-in-law, you don't know my grandmother very well, because let me tell you something about my grandma. All right, my grandma would have been disappointed in me for even trying to save this relationship with your daughter because of what your daughter did. Yep. My grandma did not play that. Listen, my grandmother was married 8 times. And it was because she was horrible. I love her, but she was horrible at picking a significant other. Until the last one. And that was Ed. And Ed had been around our family for like almost 20 years. And Ed was like a dad to me already. He came to all my baseball games when I was a kid. He came to all my softball games when I was an adult. Like,
right.
And so when they got together, it was amazing. And so Yeah, she was married 8 times, man. But you know what the thing was? She got married the first time. She married my grandfather. She actually lied about her age to get married at 16, and then like a year or so later, my mom was born, and then but my grandpa was something else, man, and he ended up cheating on her, treated her horribly and stuff. So she divorced him, man. She's like, I'm done with that. And then she married another guy. But the thing is, my grandpa would not leave her alone, and he would not leave them alone. He just kept harassing them and stuff like that, and they were always getting into fights, you know, her new husband and her ex-husband and stuff. And so finally, my grandma said, enough of this. So I'm done with all of you guys. If you guys can't act right, and she divorced number 2, and then the third guy. The third guy was around, and like she said that he was like a really nice guy and everything, but I guess he ended up cheating on her, so she got that annulled. And then the fourth guy was a millionaire, and she married him, and she found out that he was a womanizer too. Like literally married the guy, flew to Texas to marry him. We lived in Vegas, you know, she lived in Vegas, and flew to Texas, married him. I mean, dude, the pictures from this wedding are ridiculous. Okay, I mean, dude, my grandma was a redhead at the time. This big sequin gown and everything. My uncle looks just like Burt Reynolds, like in a tuxedo, dude. Like it was amazing. But found out when she flew back home to take care of some stuff that he was carousing around, you know. And so she came back. She told, you know, they were friends still, and like she said, she wasn't in love with him, you know, but they were trying to make it work, you know.
Yeah.
And she just came back. She goes, nope. She goes, I'm not doing this, and so she got that annulled. Then she met David. She was with David for a long time, and David was kind of the guy that everybody thought that, you know, was like the one, right, for her. Yeah. And they both became Christians at the same time. Both went into the ministry at the same time, because my grandma was not a minister back then. But her and David went into the ministry together, and they actually traveled around the country, you know, going to different churches and stuff. And then when they came to Michigan and they settled here, he did not want to stay. Come to find out, he had a drug problem, and he could kind of hide it while he was on the road, but not so much if they were in one place, you know.
Okay, right.
So he ended up leaving. She ended up finding out that he cheated on her, so she divorced him. And then there was another guy named John who was around for a minute, but they got married, and he stole all of the money in her purse and took off one night. So she got that annulled, and then she met Mike, and Mike was just a total jerk, Austin. But he taught me how to play him that, and but he was a total jerk, and I ended up telling him one day, I said, Mike, I was here before you, and I will be here after you, because my grandma will see through your crap. And sure enough, she did, and then Mike was gone, and then years later, my grandma was like, I'm never getting married again. I don't want to look at another man. Don't want, you know. She's like, I am done. And then Ed started talking to her, and she wasn't gonna give in. She wasn't gonna marry Ed. She wasn't gonna date Ed even. And what ended up happening was Ed ended up telling her, well, I love you so much, Betty. I can't just stick around. Like if we're not gonna be together, if I can't be with you, then I gotta go. Right. And so she ended up dating him. They fell in love, and I'll tell you what, Austin, they were only married for 14 months because he ended up dying.
Oh.
But I'll tell you what, man, that's the happiest I've probably ever seen my grandmother. They were so sweet together. She would get up in the morning, she would brush his hair, she would shave his face, and then she would make breakfast for them, and they would sit and eat breakfast in their little cubby that they had at their house, and then they would get up, they would go someplace, maybe go for lunch later or something like that. Oh no, that's right. They would get up, they would go about their day, and Grandma liked to. One of Grandma's stipulations was that she didn't want to feel smothered because she was used to being by herself now, right? And so she didn't want to feel smothered, so she, you know, so they had like a 4-hour period during the afternoon where she went and did her stuff, saw her friends or whatever, and he did his thing, and then they'd come back together for dinner, and they were just so sweet. And yes, I love Ed so much, But yeah, oh, and yes, you know what? Someday, I'll tell you what. I need to write a book. Like I
Yeah.
haven't even.
Oh yeah.
I have not even scratched the surface. Telling you guys some of the stuff that my grandma did and stuff
I
out
need
in
to.
Vegas, managing.
You know, I had this idea. I want to do the same thing. I want to like sit my grandma down and like record her, just telling her like her life story.
Dude,
Um,
that is my biggest disappointment that I didn't do, because for a long time before she died, Austin, I
Yeah.
kept saying I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
I've been saying that for a long time too.
And I never got around to it, and I really wish I would have. You know, don't worry about prepping for it, Austin, or anything.
Yeah. Just do it.
Literally, just do it. If you got some time to be alone with Grandma, if Grandma's drinking some whiskey, throwing some whiskey back,
Yeah.
man, it's even better. She might get a little looser with the lips and with
Oh,
the
yeah.
stories, you know. Yeah, but I do want to say, yeah, Ruthie, I will get some of those photos together, and actually maybe we'll have a Grandma stream.
I was gonna say we should do a grandma stream.
You know, her birthday is coming up in July. So
really?
maybe we'll
Wait.
Yeah,
What's your grandma's birthday?
July 23rd.
My grandma's birthday is July 27th.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, it's funny. My grandma's birthday is July 23rd. My mother's birthday was March 22nd, and my birthday was September 24th.
Wow.
And so we got 22, 23, 24.
Right? That's pretty cool.
Screw John. You do suck. John sucked. Screw John. John was this young guy who came on to Grandma, and Grandma was going through a lot at the time. Actually, it was only a couple years after Grandma had started the church, and she had gone through her divorce. She had lost her house out in Vegas, so she lost her income. She went through a lot, man. And John was there, but she sold. The reason why John got money was because my grandma, the last thing that she had from all of her stuff out in Vegas, when she had given her life to God and left Vegas, she had a Cadillac limousine, Austin.
Right.
And she couldn't sell the thing. Like, people aren't just like randomly looking for a limo. You know what I mean? And so
right.
she had a really hard time selling it. And finally, in '86, she sold it. Well, she sold it just before she married John. And then they got married, and she had not even, like, I'm talking within the week, okay? So she had not even deposited the money yet. And the crazy thing was she had always told me that half of the money from the limo would go to me. And
right.
She kept her word, dude. She sold that thing for a little over $6,000. Gave me $3,000. I was able to go buy some GI Joes and toys back then. You know, I think I spent like $300. I was able to spend $300 on some toys. That was what I could spend.
Right.
Everything else had to be either saved or I got some clothes and stuff like that.
Necessities.
But she was getting ready that Monday to go to the bank and deposit it all, and woke up Monday morning. John was gone. The car was gone. Her purse was gone. Left us with one penny, and Grandma taped that penny to the wall as a reminder, never again. And then he tried to come back and everything, and she's like, nope. So yeah, screw John. Oops. Oh, I lost him. He's back. Hold on.
I don't know
how it turned. Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't know what the heck happened. Why it pulled me out? I was in, and then I could still see and hear you. So.
That's awesome, Ruthie. You know what? Grandma lived a sensational life. I mean, when she lived out in Vegas, she managed musicians and artists and stuff like that. But she was friends with celebrities. I mean, she hung out with people like Sonny and Cher. She dated Engelbert Humperdinck. She was friends with Tom Jones. It was really funny. My sister posted years ago a picture of my mom and my grandma with Tom Jones, and it's not a concert photo. You know what I mean? So but my sister had no idea who Tom Jones was, and so she just posts this picture, and all she says is, "Doesn't my mom and grandma look so beautiful in this picture?" and everybody's like, "Yeah, they do." And then one lady goes, that guy looks a lot like Tom Jones, though. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And so, like, I chime in. I'm like, that's because it is Tom Jones.
That's Tom Jones.
Like, yeah, it is so funny, man. Like, back in the 60s, you know, early 70s and stuff, like, my mom and stuff, you know, they hung out with, like, the Osmonds, you know. And, yeah, and my mom got to meet Michael Jackson a few times in the Jackson 5 and stuff. It was just, you know, like, yeah, my grandma just had this crazy life, man. And then she had an experience with God and walked away from all of it, man. Literally walked away from all of it. And, so it's cool. I don't know how we got on grandma stories, but I like it. I dig it.
I know.
And the audience is here for it, so there you go.
Right.
Right. So, but we do have a couple of things to talk about, and I already got home, so let's talk.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, man. So, what do you want to talk about first, Austin?
Well, let's see here. What do we got? We got the X-Men. We got. Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about the. Well, actually, yeah, let's talk about the X-Men. Let's start with the X-Men.
Okay, let's talk about X-Men. So yesterday we talked about the fact that the guy who is over X-Men 97 is no longer on the project.
Right.
And what the heck? Well, that's weird.
What?
What? Interesting. I just got something from State Farm, and I haven't had State Farm insurance in a long time. So I'm looking at my mail live. I forgot where I was for a second.
Right.
I grabbed my mail, and I'm like, what the heck is this? What is this? And wait a second. Oh, that's right. I'm live on the air. Hi, everybody. I'm doing a show. But you know what? In the time that I just got that, we gained 2 more viewers. So
nice. The mail brings in the views.
Yes. So we talked about yesterday that X-Men 97 is they lost the showrunner, right? And so, but there was no reason given. So
right.
Like that begged the question. Like that's pretty weird, right? To like just pick up and be like, yeah, the leader of the show is gone, but you know.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, now look, I'm not the biggest fan of the show. I'm gonna watch it.
Jake is stalking me from State Farm apparently.
Jake's after you. But I'm not the biggest fan of the show. But yeah, that was kind of weird, and it makes you think like, okay, does Marvel have some like inside information that we don't know? Is something about to come out on this guy? Is you know, because the way that's a very sudden thing, you know, and. For the guy, usually, right, if it's, you know, if you're not at fault or whatever, you know, usually the person would come out and probably start making comments and, you know, fighting for this. So it is a very weird situation. But also, you know, what this guy said, the Marvel Animation head, he came out today and he said, I can't talk about the details, but I can say that Biu had real respect and passion for these characters and wrote what I think are excellent scripts that really the rest of the team were able to draw inspiration from to build this amazing show that's on screen. Asked if he would categorize the parting of ways as a firing, he says, I don't. We parted ways is the best way I could say. And that's it. The reps for the other guy did not respond to requests for comment.
Man, that's very sus.
Yes, very sus.
I mean, usually if there's you know, if it's something that you're just letting them go for. I mean, even Gina Carano, you know, like I was reading that today, like that, you know, the stuff that's going on with her and everything, and like even when Disney let her go, it was like they stated why.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean, so why wouldn't you state why? Like, so that just makes you think like, the heck just happened here? You know what I mean? Like, what did this person do? Did they do something? Did they just maybe they just got into it with somebody?
Yeah, Maybe,
But,
yeah, maybe
but the show's coming out.
Exactly. Doing it days, a week before.
So what's the point?
It's pretty, it's pretty, I don't know, it's such a weird thing. This article mentions here, apparently he had an explicit OnlyFans.
Oh.
But apparently that they knew about this, and it just, so I don't know. I don't know. There's it's a very weird situation.
That's really strange, man. I'll tell you what, that is.
It's sus. It's a little sus. Landon
it's super sus.
Right? I was gonna say this would be a great time for Landon to just pop up from the back behind you. Say what?
What?
I mean,
something with sus. I need to get Landon to like pre-record something like that where his head just pops up and goes, "That sounds pretty sus." Use that as a drop.
That would be
great
amazing.
to have as a drop. Oh, that sounds sus. And I should know sus because I'm Lil Sus. See, now I just made it way too integrated, with way too much. But yeah. So man, I don't know. That's just that's a really interesting thing. By the way, welcome to Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
Nothing much.
What do you think of that, Anthony? I mean,
I mean, when that got announced a couple of days ago, I mean, he, his whole social media page, everything, just got wiped out. He's nowhere to be found. And usually, if your rep is not responding to what the story are they saying, usually it means it's true. Because your representation would respond if you did something bad. So, they even asked the head of an animation at Marvel again today. Listen, he did good job with us. I wish him nothing for the best, but I cannot comment on those things at the moment. So, the thing is it's suspect, but
well, he did say
maybe in the future we find out. I don't,
But that's such an interesting thing too. Is he says I can't categorize it as a firing. So
yeah,
it's not.
I can't.
So it's not like we didn't come up and fire you for anything.
We just let him go. That's what he said. Yeah,
Sure.
Definite. He just said I wouldn't call it as a fire. We just let him go.
That, or my guess is maybe another guess is like I said, maybe maybe there was just such a big creative difference. I don't know. Maybe they were like, hey, it could be a pay thing. It could. There's a lot of things that I guess.
And also it's just okay, why? I mean, if you got fired, sure, but why wouldn't you come out and say something the same day?
Right.
Or the next day after if it's something bad.
Now I will say this, right? If it's not something, say it's creative differences, right? Like massive creative differences. Say Disney wants to do something with season 3, and he's like, "F off," right? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If it's that, right? Okay, there's a strategy to that type of way, right? You don't want to just come out bashing Disney because at the end of the day, you could have a James Gunn situation, right? They could bring you back with fan backlash. So if the fans see this first season and go, "The hell, you just fired this guy? It was so great, blah blah blah," and then he comes out and goes, "It was due to creative differences. We just, Disney wanted to do one thing or another, But yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird, very weird thing.
It's just weird that he just got fired. I mean, all of a sudden, but
yeah,
it's suspicious,
I mean, let's just be honest.
By the way,
black. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Sheena.
Hey guys.
Hi, son. Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm breathing in and breathing out.
Is that
burrito?
That's a hot pocket.
Oh, hot pocket.
Pizza pocket, yeah.
I hate those things. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why either, man.
I bought 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and I just got I just got sick of eating. I don't know why, but that's it. I know people like it, so I don't know why. Maybe it must. It
I
must be.
don't know what that description was, Anthony.
I
You're
don't
like,
know.
yeah, like
And
it's
maybe
a hot
because maybe
pocket.
the food was it was expired. I don't know. It tasted weird.
Anthony goes down this whole thing. He's like I don't like them, but it's okay. There are people who do like them, and if they want to like them, that's fine. It's just a hot pocket. I mean, that's what they are. They're food. People eat them.
Yeah, you eat them. You're hungry. Yeah.
It was just funny, Anthony. The way that you were describing that was cracking me up.
That was great.
That was great. All right. So, yeah, no, I feel like this X-Men thing is it's strange. It's just really strange to me that they would have a guy be the showrunner, do the whole show. The show's getting ready to come out. It's animation, so it's not like they're filming things or whatever.
No, it's just voice acting behind the studios.
He's already written season 2.
Yeah,
and
season
that's
2 is
already
they already confirmed season 2 is already done.
It's his scripts,
Right.
I mean, he's still gonna get paid regardless if they use the script or not. So.
Yeah, I guess so. It comes across as strange to me.
Yeah.
That there's no explanation, and it's just like, oh well, it was what was it? What was the wording? Like something like a parting of ways or whatever. But
yeah,
it's very. I love you too. It's just very strange the way that that's worded. It's like they're trying to be careful and not say something.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. But that's the thing too, right? Like we said, if it was something bad that he did, I feel like probably would have come out by now.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, he just wipe his whole entire existence out of nowhere. He's no Instagram, no Twitter no more, nothing. And he used to
Wait a second. Wait, hold on. So what you're saying is he left social media, kind of disappeared, and lost his job.
Yeah, it's just
Hold on. Are you
no
telling
way
me
to
that
find.
this whole time? Are you telling me this whole time that this woman was making an X-Men TV show? I mean, the MO is there. Unfriending everybody on social media, walking away, getting fired from your job.
Right. Maybe he was having an affair.
Oh, that's right. I don't know, but I just think it's weird. I thought it was an interesting story because it's not the normal way that we see that done. It's not the normal way that we see
no, not at all.
Go about that, Thank you, Elsa. Hey, we got to laugh, right? We got to be able to poke fun at ourselves, and everybody knows that I don't take myself too seriously. So, yeah. But yeah, who are you gonna pick,
Hot
Sheree?
Pockets.
They are delicious, but Oh, hey, Ruthie. Sorry, guys, I didn't. I'll let her know. I'll let her know that you guys said hi. She knows. She's probably watching even now in the car on the way. But yeah, Hot Pockets. The only bad thing is that they will burn your mouth.
Yep.
Something fierce.
Yeah,
and those little pizza rolls.
Oh, the pizza roll, yes.
The pizza rolls will literally kill you. And you know what's worse about the pizza rolls is it's like you bite it, you start dying and burning, and you're like, oh my god, this is awful. And then you take another bite because you've forgotten already, and you just God, not again.
Right. Or the first bite that you take is completely frozen. Oh. And so it lures you in because you feel like it's
before when they're frozen sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. You literally take a bite of the Hot Pocket, and it's almost frozen, but you can feel a little bit of warmth towards the middle, and then that next bite is scalding hot, and it recreates the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and your face just melts right off.
Oh my gosh, you guys have to watch. I'm gonna give it away because it's just a little bit, but my god, there's this great bit in the TED series about McDonald's apple pies and it is one of the greatest bits of it. So it's the same concept, right? It's like it's so good you take a bite, your mouth is literally on fire, but it's so good you take another bite and it doesn't cool down no matter what. It stays hot. So they just throw it at because it's just at this point he throws it because he's like, I can't eat this, and it just starts a fire in the middle of the street.
Elsa, I want you to know I'm taking a screenshot of your comment, and I will make sure that she sees it. So thank you so much. Jared says you're supposed to wait like 5 minutes to eat them. After they are done, they get to like 400 degrees inside.
You expect me to wait? You expect me to wait?
You expect people to wait? You can't.
What
just
kind of
wait.
barbarian
If you're hungry,
do you
you
think
eat it
that I
straight
am?
away.
Right. You gotta eat, a hot pocket right now. See, now the thing is, we keep talking about hot pockets now. I'm going inside now because everybody left. So, like, why am I staying outside? First of all, but today is a good day, man. You know what? Today was a really good day. I had a great day. Well, I wouldn't say I had a great day at work. I had some challenges at work. Because I'm still in my third week. Not anything like challenging, but I was, I'm learning new stuff, right? So, trying to take good notes and everything, and be prepared for stuff. But then, my boss, he was out today, but he literally called me at work to tell me about a sign-on bonus that I didn't realize I got.
Nice.
Bonus.
Right? And I was like, really? And he's like,
well, that's a bonus.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, there's this, and I was like, I didn't even know, right? So that put me in a good mood. And then I opened up that State Farm thing, and guess what? From 4 years ago, they're sending me another check for because I haven't had State Farm in 4 years, and they're sending me money back.
Wow, nice.
I like days like that. I wish more days could be like that.
State Farm,
right? I know, right?
Excellent.
Amen. More days.
Right? So I'm gonna take y'all inside now, okay? Like we did before. So
sounds good.
And I'm gonna make a freaking hot pocket.
I'm gonna make a hot pocket. We did lose your audio there.
What you said? More money, always.
Money.
My friend Godwin, which, Austin, I think you should still meet at some point because he's out in Vegas. He pastors our old Echoes of Faith church out in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, it's not Echoes of Faith anymore. It's like Family Life Church or something like that. It's right across the street from Cashman Field, right next to the county buildings and all that stuff.
Okay.
Right?
I'll check it out.
Oops, sorry about that. Anyways, okay. You're gonna listen to my dogs. This is the problem with being live coming home. Hold on a second. Hush, everybody. It's the Wolf Pack.
They're all like, "What's up?"
Okay. Anyway, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oops, hold on. Shh. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear the guys. Hush. Will you guys hush, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I can't hear George. I love you, buddy. George the Chihuahua is... George, I see you, man. I love you. George, I love you, but you gotta calm down, dude. You're killing me here, George. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Hey!
They're just happy to see you.
I know.
Oh, they're okay. I can hear you guys now.
They're like, "Please love me."
Calm down. This is my life.
This is my life.
My life.
Dogs.
But I love them. I love the dogs. The dogs are great. So I'm gonna
I like that little picture there on the fridge.
Which one?
Well, cute, you and Sheena. There you go. Oh, look at that.
Look
Look at that.
Next to the Mandalorian.
That's when we first
thing?
started dating.
Yeah,
First
right
there's
next to the Mandalorian inlay.
There's a little sus.
Little
By the
sus.
way, these magnets right here, these Boba Fett magnets and Mandalorian magnets stuff, made by my good friend Bruce Jennings. From he's got Jenner Custom Toys on eBay and stuff. He makes all the stuff that we've talked about over the years and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yepper. And then I like this photo. Shayna says this is like my like sexy photo. More like
The model.
Yep. It's kind of like.
There you go.
Oh, now she's saying that I look like Trucker Enosh these days with a hat on and
right,
whatever. But anyways, now I can hear you guys. I couldn't hear you, so I didn't know what was going on there for a second. What was I talking about before all this stuff and the dogs and?
It was a good day. Bonuses.
Yeah, so it was just it was just a good day, and we need good days like that, And look, it's not good just because of the money, but but it is nice because like I had a little bit of a lapse, not a lapse, but there was like a week or so between jobs and stuff, and so
right.
So it was good. It was good.
Good.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so now here we are. Okay, next topic. Because I don't know what else there is to talk about the X-Men thing. It's just weird.
It is. It's a weird, and they
It's
haven't.
a
There's
weird
not.
thing, yeah.
We still don't know enough. Even though this guy addressed it, we still don't. He didn't really address much.
Right. Like it's not really. We just don't know. Like,
yeah.
So we will keep on this topic, and as news comes out, we will report it to all of you because that's what we do here at the Poindexter Lounge.
That's right.
Luke goes, Bob Iger probably fired him. Like this guy. Bob Iger comes back in. He's like, X-Men 97.
We're only doing new stuff. Get out.
Who okayed that? That's probably Bob Chapek.
Right.
Wait, where's Kathleen Kennedy? She probably did it.
Oh, Kathleen.
Okay, so then we got a couple. We got 4 pictures. We got this.
Yes.
So this is the new villain. What's her name again?
The engineer.
The engineer. That's right.
From the Authority.
The Authority.
One of the members.
Now, isn't the Authority movie? Is that supposed to be live action?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
so
James
she's
Gunn
apparently
is playing
that
one.
The engineer. And so there was these photos right here. This is on the set of Superman. These are official photos. And so there you go. Now, somebody I saw put in the comment section earlier something about, well, it kind of looked like CW.
Bro, she has the dots. Like, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see they're going to CGI her.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a motion capture shoot. So yeah,
like, what do you expect?
I'm pretty sure probably her first. I mean, because she could transform into the like a metal
metallic
thing,
right.
metallic. Yeah, she could transform to it. So,
and she's obviously like right there. She's got her fist out, so she's. You know what? She's probably going to be in some sort of suit with like guns or something as her fist. There's CGI and obviously a lot on that.
Yeah, she's probably. I'm gonna guess she's probably fighting Superman. Because I think she's definitely working with Lex Luthor.
Well, here's my guess is that they are going to take, as they've probably, the way they've scheduled this, is they're going to make sure that everything with Superman that can be done inside will be done with him first.
Yeah.
So my guess is every Superman, either that or they're just doing everything besides the Superman stuff until the end and leaving it. I mean, they're going to try to avoid those set photo leaks for as long as possible.
Well,
I hope Gunn puts out an official photo before because
yeah, hopefully. I mean, they're gonna start shooting in Ohio in the next couple months, so
right. He's got some time. He's still got some time.
Yeah. So whatever they're doing, you'll be well. I think James is definitely directing the Authority movie. He's directing that.
I think it could be him. I think, or you would need someone similar. I'll be honest, like
Oh,
when the
Drew
rumors of
Goddard. I think maybe Drew Goddard because he's a part of the team. So
I would love to see a Drew Goddard version. It would be probably. I mean, look, either way, I would be okay with it. My guess is though, because it's the Authority, it's going to be violent. So I trust James Gunn with violence after Suicide Squad. When the rumors of Matthew Vaughn were going around, I was like, "That's I do like that. I like his style of action and
yeah, not anymore. Matthew Vaughn's downfall needs to be studied.
you know what? People complaining about this Argyle movie.
But if you give Matthew Vaughn a good script,
Yeah, he does.
then yes, he could definitely kick rock.
Have either of you seen Argyle?
I
saw. I think I saw it on Monday. I thought it was okay. Just that
I saw clips, but
the action
yeah,
scenes are cool. Yeah, that's one thing about Matthew Vaughn movies. He's gonna give you cool ass action scenes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not-
People bashing that action. There's a whole action sequence with Bryce Dallas Howard, on skates. Come on, balloons. Damn, there we go. There's a whole action sequence with Bryce Dallas Howard on skates, and like colors. Like I like Matthew Vaughn's action sequences. Confetti.
Oh no, go ahead. Keep talking.
No, that was it. That was all.
Yeah, I'm interested about Argyle. Shayna really wanted to see Argyle, and like when people started telling us that it was really bad,
right?
Like she was really disappointed because she really wanted to see it.
I did too.
And they were kind of like, well, I guess we'll just wait until it comes out on
digital,
on digital or whatever. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. As far as this goes, there's obviously a CGI element to this character. I mean, I get the comment earlier because look, on its own, it does kind of look CW-ish. It's just kind of a leatherish outfit that we've kind of seen over and over and over again. So I want to see the CGI element to it, though, and I think that I don't think it's fair to judge it until you see the CGI.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously not the outfit. That'd be like looking at a mocap outfit and going, "Oh, this is dumb. It's going to look stupid," which I wouldn't put past some fans nowadays to just see James Gunn is doing CGI and something and actually come back like a side-by-side comparison of maybe something doesn't even compare, right? So they wouldn't even put like Ray Fisher in his mocap, they would put like, Henry Cavill in his full Superman outfit looking great.
Yeah.
Next to her outfit with the mocap stuff on it and be like, oh look, it looks like, they got Superman movie from Wish,
Yep, exactly. Stupid.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it'll be cool. I wonder how many. I mean, the only thing we know is Lex is in it. I mean, she's probably one of the villains, and then I mean, unless she's the only villain in the movie, because that's the only thing we know of. Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
He's gonna burn me your mouth.
Yeah, no, Patrick, I don't have a problem that has leather. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying we see a lot of the same similar types of suits, right?
The suit. I mean, hers. She don't particularly wear a suit. She just transform into her metallic powers.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that, and she.
I'll be honest with you.
She's like very similar.
Fan, but I don't really know a lot about the Authority yet.
Yeah.
I never read the Authority, and I mean I remember them kind of showing up here or there, but honestly, I don't remember the architect or whatever, the engineer. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of like wrestling. But I don't know. It so far I've noticed that like we've gotten very minimalist stuff from the Superman movie, and it's because they just started. So
yeah,
more stuff will come out. Yes, it is unfiltered. Yep, it sure is. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this movie. I want to see this movie. I want this Superman movie to do well, and I won't apologize for it. I won't. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I got nothing to apologize for. I'm a Superman fan, so I want to see a Superman movie. Now I want that Superman movie to
No,
be
it's gonna
good.
flop at the box office now.
It might very well. It may very well. I
Oh
don't
my
think. I
gosh.
don't think that it's. I don't think that it's. It's good to see you too, Phil. I don't think that it's going to. You know, look, it would have to
If
be
I would have
really, really
guessed,
good.
if I would
Let's be
have
honest.
guessed,
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It would have to be
yeah.
really, really good with great word of mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody would have to be in agreement. Like even like the
Yes.
people who've hated on it would have to be like, you know what, it's
Facts.
actually a good movie, you know, and stuff like that. And then seeing it, you know, like catapult to whatever, 1 billion or
Yeah,
something, you know.
it has to do great word of mouth like the Guardian movie did last year for Marvel. It has to be like that. It has to make, because no Superman movie ever has never made it past to 700 million. The closest, the Man of Steel was like 668 something, like 668 something like that.
Mhm.
So if a Superman movie passed 700, 800, that would be shocked, because that never has ever happened to a Superman movie and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think James Gunn could after his success from Guardians last year, but it's very possible, you know, and also depend on the budget. So yeah, I mean, you could call VVS technically a Superman movie, I guess, although it
I mean,
isn't.
technically it
I'd
is
say a Superman
technically it
solo
is
movie.
the sequel. Technically, it is the sequel to Man.
It is, but that's not the sequel that Zach wanted. But you know, it's whatever. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Now, I am going to eat this hot pocket. Are you ready?
Live on air.
Yes, you're gonna get you're gonna get your mouth burned.
Did you wait
First
5
of
minutes?
First of all, can I point out something for all of you? Look how skinny Enosh is now.
Yes.
Dang.
Way better than
lot.
before.
That is
Way
a
better than
lot of
last
hoodie.
year.
That is a lot of hoodie.
Yeah,
But like,
it is.
I'm like wasting over here. So, all right. Hot pocket time, and then we'll move on, because I don't know what else there's to say about that even, right? I mean, it's just it's a picture. She's standing around. I want to see the movie one day. Cool.
Yep.
It's an excuse for us to all get together and talk nerd stuff, and for me to eat a hot pocket live on the air. How do you like that? All right, it's kind of melting on the side.
It's
That's how you know it's
melted.
good.
Yes, that's definitely melted. Yeah.
That's how you know it's good. Oh, it's so hot. I can feel the heat like right on my fingers.
You're definitely gonna get burned.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Good luck.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, get the Coca-Cola, yeah. Was that sugar free?
Oh yeah, it's Coke Zero. Yeah.
Coke, yes. All right.
Heck yeah. All right. Here we go. The edge part is really, really hot.
I told you, yeah, that's what I said. That's the bad thing about it. It just burn your mouth. That's the part right there. Just in the right there, just get hot. I just
steam
like
is when the steam is coming out of it.
It's go, yeah.
This part is okay.
The parts are clear, but when you bite right there, it's hot. Yes.
That part right there is going to be so hot because it's all molten lava right there.
Yep.
So let me eat this part.
Good luck. Ooh.
That means that whole bite right there. Oh, that's hot.
I thought, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. Now the hottest part of the hot pocket. We lost 8 viewers doing that.
Damn it. Hell viewers.
There it is. There it is. That's the one.
Steam coming out of my mouth. All right. And Austin, what do we have to close up our stories?
Oh, this is a good one, man. This is a good one for me. This is my most exciting one. We are finally, and God, please, good Lord, everybody bow your heads, close your eyes.
Don't you do it.
Hallelujah.
Please, God,
say it.
give us an accurate interpretation of these characters. We're getting a live-action Titans, baby.
Yes, sir. Listen.
I swear to God,
I always batch Enoch for the last 2 years about the Titan show. I didn't like the show. Well, actually, I did. Season 1 and 3 was good. Season 2, the only good part is Deathstroke.
that entire show is an abomination to the
Yeah,
DC universe.
other than that, it's not a good.
It's an abomination.
It is not.
Batman
It's
tried
not.
to kill himself in a room by setting it on fire.
And then he's acting like
what the
Adam
hell
West
is
Batman.
going on?
Like, come on, bro. Like, and then you just that show. Although the show became popular over time, and it got people watching the animated series from the 2000s, which is amazing, all 5 seasons. F you Warner Brothers for giving us a fake out that we was gonna get season 6 with the Teen Titans Go movie.
Let me tell you something.
And that
F you
never
Warner
happened.
Brothers for wasting Brendan Thwaites
Oh
on this
yeah,
god
come
awful
on,
TV
bro.
show when he could have
Yeah,
actually
come on.
been
Ben
a
Affleck,
great
yeah.
Nightwing in a movie.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Damn, bro. He like that. Her and the girl who plays
Starfire?
Yeah, Starfire. She was she was good. It's just damn. And then they did the girl Raven dirty.
Alan
my
Richardson
God.
got done dirty on that show.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'm
Well,
out of here.
in all fairness, Alan Richardson's got to get down and dirty on that show too. So
Right, yeah,
he got a couple. Well, he got exploded into two pieces. Superboy, oh my God, he's a Lex Luthor hybrid with Superman mind.
Get me started on Superboy. And again, what is with this show having to show
whoa,
every superhero?
Wait a second. Before we go on, what he just said there, that's what Superboy is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, that's fine. No. It's
I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. No. I know that's from the comics. Yeah. I like the idea. The thing.
It sounded like you were like
hating. No.
Yeah, like saying that was like crazy or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like,
no, hell no. That's from the comics. I know that. I mean, I don't think James Gunn would do that. Maybe he will. I'll be shocked if he does that. But the show had overall some good. The Deathstroke guy the guy who played Deathstroke in season 2, that was amazing. That was great. And then ever since they didn't even tell us.
The show. They would start these storylines, introduce good things, and then just never wrap them up.
But they didn't even tell us the last season where the hell is Deathstroke's daughter. No way to be fine.
The show was such a mess,
on, bro.
And it would start out like with a good first
and
2
they also
episodes.
keep hinting on what's his name, Roy Harper. Yeah, he's coming. Yeah. He's coming. He's in Star City with Green Arrow. Like, come on, bro. If you give us an Easter egg, I could wait for 2 seasons on the Easter egg.
And I'm sorry,
that the last season.
That whole
when the show ended, the showrunners, we was gonna introduce him in season 4 of the show. He was gonna show. I was like, okay, bro, but you could have just show us at the. No, okay,
And this is coming from somebody who absolutely adores and loves Grant Morrison. Okay, I think that man is one of the best comic writers.
Oh no, he's amazing. I love his Raven the Bull.
But when they did that multiversal thing, and
that was a great episode.
And
that
Grant
was a good
Morrison
episode.
shows up, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, him
this?
with the
no, don't do this.
Yeah, with the multiverse on his damn book. I was like, okay, that's cool. That was very cool. They show all this stuff. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Stargirl cameo that she had for a little bit. That was good. That show was great, in my opinion. 3 seasons, did great. I don't like Jeff Johns. I think he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit, but he did a good job with the show.
Well, here's my question for you guys. What Titans do you prefer? Do you prefer a Titans with the Flash in it, or do you prefer a Titans more like the animated series? Raven, Starfire, Cyborg, and Beast Boy.
I think they might go with. What team do I think?
I can't remember. Somebody else was in there. It's been a long time.
I think if I was doing the team, it would be Dick Grayson, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, Cyborg, and Kid Flash.
Kid Flash. So what is that? Wally West?
Yeah, Wally West version of Unless
I would like to see Wally West in the Justice League.
Unless somehow Barry is dead in this universe, and Wally and Jay Garrick are the only Flash in the James Gunn universe. But then again, because James probably doesn't want to do that because. If we don't get a Justice League without the Barry Allen, then the fans will start boycotting that. So,
True.
Yeah, so like you have to have Barry somehow. You have to have Iris
Well,
being Bruce, you know.
you can switch. I mean, I would like to see Wally personally on the Justice League, but I understand. I mean, I'm not sure is Wally on the new Teen Titans? I got to look up what the new Teen Titans is. I haven't. Who's on that team?
Come here. Come here.
The new Teen Titans. Let's see here.
Say hi, Marty.
So we've got Robin, we've got Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, Cyborg, and who is that? Is that Kid Flash in the yellow, or there's a Flash?
Yeah, Kid Flash. Yeah, Kid Flash.
Okay.
That's Kid Flash Wally version.
And then is that who is? Is that the from the show Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman. Hey, what's up, doggy?
What's
Wonder
up,
Woman.
puppers?
I forgot her name. Troy.
Yeah, Diana Prince or no, not Diana Prince.
Troy. I forgot her name. Troy something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do agree with her. They probably use Wolfman and George Perez book.
Donna Troy.
Donna Troy. Yes, thank you, Phil. I appreciate you. Yeah. I think yes, because we know that James Gunn is doing a Game of Thrones type pre Lost Parasite. That will be
Now
the
that I'm
setup.
interested in.
Yeah,
That
that will
I'm
be the setup.
very interested.
That will be set up for the next Wonder Woman. We all know Gal's not coming back. She's done. Please announce that, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Because
They
I don't
need
know
to
why
get
you have. I don't know why you haven't.
Well, actually, no. Okay, now this is going back to yesterday, right? With Patty Jenkins, she did basically that they're not interested in doing a Wonder Woman right now.
For her, she's not coming back. For her,
Well, that could also mean that they're not
Marty
interested in. Oh, go
Marty
ahead.
thinks Marty thinks the Titans looks pretty rough.
What is
yeah,
he did.
Rough. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's rough.
Rough,
you know.
rough. Get it?
Yeah.
He's got a bone to pick with the showrunners.
You're gonna fight with the show. Yeah, but I actually like James Gunn must like something from the Supergirl script that she's doing 2 DC projects back to back.
Yeah, because it's.
She was gonna at first she was gonna write the Sasha Calle spin-off movie from The Flash. That never happened. And then James Gunn saw something in that script. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna bring you over to my DC so you could start over it and do the script for my Supergirl. So that he must like something in that script that she's okay. I'm gonna invite you back so you can come back. So
well, I think we're gonna see a lot of that. I mean, that was
Yeah.
kind of the point of when they announced the writers' room. Is you're gonna see these guys? Oh yeah, take that whipped cream. You're gonna see these guys. All be kind of working with each other on different on multiple projects. Tom King, is said to be possibly even like actual writing the actual scripts for.
He's doing. I think he's doing Lanterns.
For
He's doing
Lanterns, right?
Yeah, and that's produced by Dinloff.
And right, him and Linda. So there's.
That's the rumor so far, but I think it's true.
But same thing with kind of what they were doing with what's her face that wrote Birds of Prey and the Flash in the DCU.
Oh, I forgot the girl that I call her dude.
Right.
Christina Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're keeping it kind of all in the family, kind of.
Yeah. I don't blame him for the Flash because the Flash just that movie just too many stuff that just happened in that movie.
Yeah, I mean that can either be good or bad, right?
Yeah.
If you start off and it's great and there's like all this synergy and and the scripts are just flowing and everything's great and the energy.
I keep seeing people. Oh, how you hiring people writing script without a director, bro? It's a common thing in Hollywood. You write the script first, and then the directors come after, and they agree. Okay, this is the term I'm gonna do, and then that's it. And they go on from there, and they cast their own people with the casting directors and bring in somebody.
Well, I think the reason Batgirl personally was unreleasable, I don't think it was necessarily because it was a bad movie. I think it was because, like, when the timing of that movie was planned to come out, it was Christmas after The Flash and blah, blah. It technically would have been, with Aquaman, one of the last DCU movies, and it would have had so many open-ended things because it was supposed to be a continuation of like Keaton's Batman with J.K. Simmons Gordon with like I'm not saying it was. I don't think it was a bad movie. I just think it was like it's unreleasable because we're leading people down a path that there's not going to be any follow through.
That's the point, right? Like that's the whole point of that is that yes, like it might have been decent. I am not on this train with everybody to act like, oh my God, it was going to be this great movie and we lost this amazing treasure of a film and everything.
Hey, well, it could have been really good. It really could have been.
But the thing is like, as much as it could have been, Austin, there's nothing that says it is.
Right.
And honestly, they changed the direction of DC 3 times in the filming of that film.
Yeah,
3 times
like,
there.
They bring in Michael Keaton, right? And then they were gonna bring in Affleck. And then it was like no Batman at all, or something like that at the end, or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like,
what's going on? And then we were supposed to get Sasha Calle, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman at the end of the Flash movie, and James Gunn's like, no, there's no point of this. This is like giving the audience hope.
Exactly.
I would have loved to see those. I would have loved to see those scenes.
They're hard decisions.
But there's no point of doing those scenes if the audience is gonna be like, when will we see them again? You can't trick. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I understand. I get people got mad of that scene, and I was mad too as well. But I was like, okay, it makes sense. You giving the audience hope. If we,
That's right.
Again.
And the thing is don't think for a second that they would not have that fans would not have brought that up and made that an issue.
Oh, look, another cul-de-sac. Another thing you're leading us towards with no reason, like
reason and nothing. Yeah.
So like I get it. Like I'm right there with you, Anthony. Like I know what I love, and I know what I wanted, and I know what I would have liked to see. But the reality is that there was just no point. It was
no point, man. There's no point of keeping those 3-4 people. It's no point.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad. I would have loved to see what the scene would have looked like because it was the scene that we see at the end of the Flash with George Clooney in the court thing. That's when we want to see Henry Cavill, Sasha Calle, and Gal Gadot and stuff like that. I don't. Yeah, I mean Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton, I believe, or Ben Affleck. Either those two, whatever it was. I would have loved to see those scenes. What it could have been, but that's just giving the audience hope again.
Well, and you know what too? I and I've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks since I've been streaming again. False outrage.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but everybody, all these people who are now like standing up for Sasha Calle and acting like she was wronged and like she's Supergirl and all this stuff. It's the same people who just months ago were bashing that movie she was going to be in, making fun of it, calling it the flush, saying that they were never going to go see that garbage piece of movie or whatever. And then they're like, oh, well, it's not fair. This shit's not going to be Supergirl anymore. Well, maybe go see the freaking movies when they're made, whether you like it or not, or whether like it, the director or not, or like the direction or not. If you actually like something, but see, that's the thing. It's all in bad faith because then afterwards they can go, oh, well, we're standing up for Sasha because she was wrong. And it's the same thing with the Batgirl movie. Nobody cared about the freaking Batgirl movie until it got canceled. And they thought that Warner Brothers, doing their thing. And so, of course, they freaked out on it afterwards. So that's the thing. It's like, I'm fine with stating our opinions and our likes and our dislikes stuff, but do it in a way that you're being upfront and honest about.
Yeah.
And not in bad faith later trying to just piggyback on something that you think is negative now to get that kind of exposure, And that's the thing is people jumped on that simply to try to promote the thing that they were trying to get.
Yep.
I don't get. Do I love to see Sasha back as Supergirl? I'll give it another chance, but at the same time, I think she's gonna come back. Andy likes her. If Andy auditioned over 25,000 people for Supergirl, and he saw something potential in her, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring her back. Like, actually, I think she could be Selena. I think she could be a cool Selena Kyle, because she's old and she's in Selena's obviously like between 30 or 35 around there. And Batman's in the James Gunn universe is gonna be 35 to 40 because obviously he has kids. So you know, she could play great Kyle Selena. She'd be good as that. Something like that. But like, it's just it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't. It was not her fault that
No.
movie did something. It was
I
not
mean,
her
and
fault.
look,
The movie,
the
right,
only
and the movie had too many studios interfering as well.
and the only reason those movies were released at the end of the day is because their budgets were the
Yeah,
cat musical.
hey,
Um,
hey. Yeah, those budgets of those movies
yeah,
was high
the
as hell.
budgets. There was no way. That was the reason Batgirl got canceled. Is it had a smaller budget. They could take the tax write off. They could
Right.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, somebody has to make those hard decisions, and of course they're gonna get hate for it. But at the end of the day, it's better for the universe. Oh, that's a nice one.
Isn't that a nice one? We're like out by a river.
Is that your album? Your guys' album cover?
We joked about that actually. Yeah. When we get the album done, that'll be the cover.
That's the one on the back with the songs on it. You got with the.
Oh yeah, it's all it.
You gotta do another one for the.
Yep. No, I gosh, man, when it comes to all those, all that stuff, with the so I gotta turn this light on. When it comes to all that stuff with Sasha, Flash movie, and George, get out of here. Come on, go, boy, go. Come on, go, get out. When it comes to all that stuff, I just. It's not worth all of the energy that I see put into it still on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like people are freaking out over this stuff, and it's like, you know what? I thought that she made a fine Supergirl. I thought that she did a great job. But there were tons of people who were going, yeah, but they took Cavill out of it, so I'm not going to go watch it because, why should we have it? And now I see all these pictures of, people trying to Photoshop her and Cavill together, acting like we were robbed and stuff.
They both would have been perfect as cousins.
Right, but the thing is, but people were complaining at the time, saying that they weren't going to go see it because she had replaced Henry. And it's like, replaced? No, it's all
It's a different universe.
Right, it's based on a bunch of nothing, but they're like, yeah, well, see this, they're just trying to slap Snyder in the face by bringing back Zod and redoing this, just trying to remember all the rumors that they were going to erase Cavill permanently, and
right.
And so
that's the thing. Yeah, people again took that out of context. They didn't they erased him in that universe. His ship was quote unquote destroyed in that universe, which we know was not the main Snyder universe that they were in. It was the yeah, it was a whole mess.
And that's the thing, is it's a mess, because people forget that just a few short months ago, people had all these other arguments, but then when that didn't suit them anymore, and they needed to find a new argument to go which whatever way, all they did was switch. All they did was just change their stance a little bit.
It's change, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I don't have respect for that kind of nonsense. When you just are trying to pick low hanging fruit and trying to twist and turn things to meet your narrative,
yeah,
just be honest. You didn't like it and stuff like that, but don't now try to make it like a social thing. I see people trying to do that, where they're trying to make they're trying to make it now like a racial thing with Sasha, and it's like, we don't need all that, guys.
No.
It's
ridiculous.
It is. It's just ridiculous. And so, when it comes to the Superman movie, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go watch it. You know what? Meet me at the theater. Let's go watch it together. Like
Dare I say, I'm even excited for it.
Me too. Now, that could totally change.
True.
And it could totally suck. And I could end up going, nope, 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 nope. This is awful, right? But I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I am going to make sure that I am judging the movie fairly. Not just based on the last set of Superman movies, not just based on the Superman movies that I grew up with, but what is this Superman movie in and of itself? And, you know, look, I hope that, I know there's a lot of people who are, they are, there's people now who are freaking out because they're like, there's too many characters in this movie. And a lot of them are the same exact people that I saw defending Zach for doing the exact same thing. So what I see is it doesn't matter how many, heroes are in the film or not in the film or whatever. At the end of the day, is it a good movie? Because we all know, and we've all argued the fact on panels and otherwise, that, it doesn't matter how many people are in it. We had a whole Justice League movie, right? We had freaking Endgame that had the entire MCU in it.
Right.
And it worked. It was epic. Okay? So when it comes to this movie, can we just stop trying to find things to try to like pile on the movie and on the universe before it's got a chance to do anything? That's all I'm asking for. Like Phil says here, I'll be honest, I'm not that hyped for Superman after having the rug pulled out so many times. I just don't have much faith in this parent company to let them do what they want if this fails. No, look, I get it, right? And look, if this fails and and the DCU is dead on arrival. Now, I will tell you this: do not freak out if Superman doesn't make a lot of money at first, because everybody is saying this, and this is the point: is that it's just like with Man of Steel, and this is where I'm feeling like there's going to be a bunch of bad faith arguments come next year, because if Man of Steel doesn't make a ton of cash, there's going to be people who say, what are they doing? They just traded these movies that were making good money for this. They're starting again with a new universe. And just like I've said before, Man of Steel was never going to make $1 billion. You can't just say Superman and Batman are in the movie, so it'll make $1 billion. That is not that's not an equation. Like, just because a character is in the movie doesn't mean it's going to make $1 billion. Right? That's a lot of assumption there. You're creating a new universe, regardless of how recognizable a character is in that universe. You have to let that universe get its legs underneath of it. So,
yeah,
I say though, if Superman comes out and is a bomb, I mean, just bombs, and I don't think that it will. I think it'll do respectable business, but it's not probably be a runaway success. If it is, great, but I just don't see that happening.
I think it could come out somewhere around Man of Steel, to be honest. That's where I'm thinking.
Probably. And I think then from there, if they can build a good universe around Man, it'll grow. But the thing is that I already know. I already know. I mean, like with the Batman thing, people are going to complain about Batman because they're going to say, like, why couldn't that have been Ben Affleck, right? If you're going to have an older Batman that has the entire Bat family and everything, we could do what ifs till we're blue in the face, guys. Like, we have the cards that we've been dealt. So this is where we have to ask ourselves the question: am I a fan of these characters, or am I simply a fan of the thing that I like? So, Jared Cosa Nostra,
he's back.
He is. So, and from there, I just think that they have to just go, okay, this is how I feel about it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to decide, and then I'll make my opinion known. But just, as far as the pictures, they're just pictures, right? It's just pictures of of an actress on a set. You know, she's not even acting. You know, so you know, it just is what it is. We don't have to mock it though. People don't have to, you know, compare it to other things and just try to mock it just to make fun of it. It's like it's just a picture, guys.
Yeah.
It's just, you know. So.
And real quick, shout out to my baby in the chat. What's up? But also this says they casted an Otis and Miss Taskmaster for that tells me they're doing a Superman the movie rehash, something a lot of fans have not moved on from. Well, I mean, and look, it doesn't mean necessarily they're doing a rehash. Look, it's could be a new interpretation. Look, Man of Steel did Zod again. You know, nobody complained about like, oh, they did Zod in the first, you know, like.
Right.
And it was a whole new interpretation of Zod and a whole.
So we haven't seen Otis in 30 years. Like,
yeah,
come on, yeah.
Well,
like,
you know, I know we know these characters as kind of silly and stuff.
Well, actually, did we
haven't
see him in? I can't remember if we did see him Lois and Clark. I can't remember.
I think
I
think he was on Smallville.
If he wasn't Smallville, I could not notice whatsoever.
I want to say he was on Small that they had Otis in Smallville. I know they had Miss Tessmacher, I think.
Yes, they did. His Lex assistant.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that. Yeah, but I agree with you, Austin. Like, I get the comment, and like, look, when I first heard Otis is going to be in it, I was like, okay, but you know, it's all right. Oh, well, Tessmacher was in Supergirl, but I'm pretty sure Tessmacher has been in other things.
She's been in live action all over the place.
Yeah, she's been in live action,
but
before.
not Otis that much.
No, but you know the thing is yeah, they're bringing back a character, right? But it doesn't have to be that that the whole movie is going to be a retread. You know,
right?
It could be. I think that would be the biggest mistake ever. They already tried that and it failed. If they try that again, if James Gunn literally pitched a Superman movie that is just a retread of 78 again, and then they don't you know, fix that, so to speak, and do something new with it and make it, but he just pitched them a Superman 78 retread that is just hokey and whatever, and it's just going to go the same place. Dang, man, that guy's got some great skills at being able to negotiate, because it's already failed once, right? They do it with Superman Returns, and it just did not hit. So what I personally think this movie is going to be a hybrid. It is going to be somewhere in the middle between a Superman 78 style movie and Man of Steel, which is grounded. And I think you're going to have these moments where it's going to be very serious, very rooted in reality and stuff like that. But then it'll have these fantastical moments as well, and comedic moments. And as I said yesterday, you know, like Nerd Costa Nostra was even here for that, where we were talking about, you know, the cat up in the tree, you know, bit, you know, like I said, I don't want to see a whole movie of Superman just getting cats down out of trees, right? But if they have a montage scene, for example, like Superman 78, you know, where like Superman's on his first night on the job, and he saves a cat,
and then Lois shoot him to find out that. No, I'm playing that one. Never happened.
What?
Oh my God, with the bullets. Remember when with the bullet with the blank bullets. Yeah.
Superman 2.
No, I don't think that would.
I'm sorry. I always have a problem with that.
If James Gunn does that, I would be surprised.
I will always have a problem with that scene, no matter what, because it doesn't.
Yeah, I was like, come on, bro, you could have killed. Like, how the hell nobody heard the blank shots? Like,
well,
okay,
that's the thing with that, right? Because the reality is like she pulls out that gun in the Donner cut, and instead of Clark tripping and falling over the bear skin rug into the fire, and she goes, "Oh my God, Clark, Superman!" No, instead she pulls out a gun, aims it at him, and goes, "I think you're Superman, and I'm willing to risk Clark Kent's life on it." What I liked about the theatrical is that she goes, "No, I'm so convinced you're Superman, I'm willing to bet my life on it."
Yeah, and she did.
And jumps in the water, you know, and it progresses, and Clark ends up saving her as Clark. But
I like both movies.
says that when she pulls out that gun and she's like, I'm willing to risk Clark Kent's life, and she points it at him, and he's like, Lois, don't, what are you doing? And she shoots him. And then they both stand there like she did something, and he goes, Lois, you realize if you had really, if you had
I like that dialogue. That was good dialogue when he's saying when she said
Lois, you realize if you had been wrong, Clark Kent would be dead. And that's fine. Except for she goes, with blanks.
Yeah, that's the problem. I
Can
didn't
we
like.
talk
I like
about
the
how
scene for
blanks
that one.
work?
It's like, okay, no.
Listen, when I was a kid, I honestly did think that like blanks were like some kind of projectile, like bullet that, just wasn't a real bullet, right? That doesn't make any sense. It's a blank for a reason. It doesn't.
Tell that to Jake Gyllenhaal, who had to go to the hospital for getting shot with by blanks on the set of End of Watch when he did.
Oh my god, that is crazy, bro. This is why studios should be careful with using guns, and that's the reason why a lot of studios use CGI with them.
That's a whole other story now, right?
Yeah.
So, you got whatever is happening to Alec Baldwin, whatever. But I'm just saying, like there's rubber bullets, but like what they did there, like
Superman, just blanks, yeah.
Superman would know I didn't get shot.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean? Like, so no, I just have an issue with that. And you know what? The theatrical will always be in my heart. That's right, Cherie. To me, the theatrical is better, and
I like both. I like both, but
we proved it scientifically right here on the lounge when we did
our. No, we did not. We did not scientifically prove that.
Oh, we absolutely did it scientifically, because we literally had a panel of people who everyone was against me at the beginning of the movie and said that no, the Donner cut was better and the Donner cut was this and was that. And then when we went through and I explained scene by scene where I had issues with it, because it also doesn't make sense because they used the ending to Superman 1 and Superman, flies around, and that's fine. And that was because that was supposed to be the original ending to Superman 2, but they had to get Superman 1 done because they filmed them back to back. But the thing is that with that ending, if Superman goes back and turns back time in Superman 2 to undo Zod and all them things, first of all, Zod and the villains still come to Earth. So Superman still has to fight them. So that's not a solution. Like, just to turn it back in time, just to fight it? Because you could still lose, Superman. Right? Now, whatever. But he still goes into the diner at the end of the freaking movie and throws that guy down the counter and into that pinball machine, which makes no sense, because if he turned back time, that guy never beat up Clark, because Clark never lost his powers, never went through that whole thing with Lois, never drove back and stopped at that diner powerless and got beat up because they were talking about Zod on the TV, which means Superman should have never gone back. So that means in that universe, Superman gets petty with a dude who doesn't even know what happened, never seen the dude before, but he just comes in and is like, hey, you're in my seat. And he's like, oh yeah, come get it. Because he doesn't know who the guy is, and that trucker is just a jerk. So he picks a fight with the trucker, and then, it just doesn't make any sense because Superman wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. It's like I understand people have this love affair with the Donner cut, but I just do not. There's too much. I love the theatrical version. I grew up with the theatrical version. I have no problem with the silliness in the theatrical version. I think the acting is better. I think the story is better. And I think the comedic parts in it are better. Like the cop and the sheriff, who are sitting there and they're talking, they have a little exchange. They completely cut that whole scene is still in the Donner cut, except for they cut out the initial discussion between the two as they're driving.
Yeah.
And they're talking about what he's going to have to eat, right? And so the guy's like, well, I can't. It's like, they got a big selection. It's like, well, I hope they don't have fish, because I couldn't eat fish. It's like, they have a big selection, a large selection. I break out in hives eating fish. They have other things. You can eat other things. And he goes, I think I'll try the fish.
I think I'll try
They pull up to Zod and Ursa and Nan. And they're like, I'll bet $20 they're from Los Angeles. And they don't they don't have any of that setup for it. So literally in the Donner cut, it just goes right to the scene of them pulling up on the villains.
Yeah.
So there's no connection with the sheriff and the deputy. There's just, it just throws you right into it. It's
Just throws you right into it.
very disjointed. So anyways,
I,
but that's
I keep forgetting that Paul Thomas Anderson wants to make a DC movie back in 2018. As in, he's wanted to make a Titans movie since they got announced. You
That
know,
would've been
why not
amazing.
get him? He said he wanted to make the 2003 show for kids in this generation, which I mean makes sense. That's like the most. It still talks about 20 years later. So I mean that would be interesting if he wants the job.
Yeah.
He I remember an interview in 2018. He's like, I want to do Teen Titans. I was like, oh, interesting. He's a work, and he just won his first Oscar like a week ago. So that would be very interesting.
Oh no, Wes Anderson won his first Oscar.
Oh no,
Paul
no, my
Thomas
bad,
Anderson is.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I always get confused. The Paul, the Paul Thomas one. Yeah, that one.
So a couple of
But,
things. I got to run. I am more than happy to leave the stream going if you guys want to continue the conversation.
I gotta go eat. But
I actually gotta get going too. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just got a text from Shayna, and I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Nerd Cosa Nostra, you popped in, and I appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah, man, I popped into some interesting discussions there.
Right.
You popped. I like that hat. Look at that hat. That hat is awesome. That's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So sorry, man. You popped in kind of at the end.
No worries, no worries. I saw your message late, so I wasn't sure how much longer you guys were gonna be going for. So
Gotcha. But hey, thanks to the 54 people who are here right now. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like and notification bells and all that stuff. And also do remember that during the week we do the ride home. And so if you have a story that you'd like to cover on this particular show, please message me and let me know. All right. And we will try to get it in. Lately, it's been really hard to kind of stories.
Right. Well, we're still coming up with we got grandma, we got other stuff tweaking.
I know we're just like talking about our grandmas in this stream. I love how like we're talking about the X-Men '97 thing, and we're just like, there's not really much more to say about that.
That's
really sucks.
Right. So, grandma.
So, grandma, your grandma was drinking whiskey with you, huh?
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. So, thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you, Nerd Cosa Nostra. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Anthony, for being here. And of course, all of you in chat. You guys are awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. But seek to have good conversations and treat people with respect. There'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge. Till next time, stay nerdy, stay good to each other. Don't complain about frivolous stuff. And we will see you again on the Poindexter Lounge whenever I can actually pull up the video to do the outro, and then we'll do it. So there you go. But looking because I'm on my phone, not on my computer. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.